Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I replace a table saw blade. This is going to be pretty standard, basically for every 10-inch table saw out there. Doesn't matter if it's your job site contractor saws, it's a cabinet saw, or basically any other brand of table saw. They're all virtually the same. So we're going to start off first. I don't know if y'all can see it in frame or not. There's that little switch plate right there. That's where the power runs to my saw. I have it unplugged. There's no possible way this thing can turn on and cut my hand off. So that said, we're going to go ahead, remove the throat plate from our saw. Some saws may or may not have this. Mine was lucky enough to come with the thin wrench to go on the arbor side of the saw. And then the other side is a 7/8 wrench. So we're just going to loosen up the arbor nut and we'll take it off the rest of the way by hand. And be careful taking it off. You don't want to drop this down in your saw. If you're like me and your dust collection isn't great, you're going to have to fish it out of a couple inches of sawdust. It's not fun. It's kind of small. Takes a while to find. But once the nut's off, you're going to come back in, pull that washer or flange off, and then slide your blade off the arbor. Now, you can tell that this one has seen some mileage. It's not dull by any means. It just needs a good cleaning. I probably won't make a video on how to clean a table saw blade. There's plenty of other people that have shown it. Stumpy Nubs is a good one. You can watch his video on how to clean a table saw blade with a 5-gallon bucket lid and some Simple Green or something like that. So this right here that I'm taking off is a Diablo 50-tooth combination blade. I'm just going to set this to the side for now. I'll clean it a different day and use it whenever I need to again. A combination blade does ripping and cross cutting. However, it doesn't excel at either one. It's just okay at both. That's why they make this, which is a dedicated ripping blade, or they make a dedicated cross cut blade. This ripping blade has 24 teeth. Generally, the lower the tooth count, the better it is for ripping. So we're just going to reverse the process, slide that on the arbor, put our flange or washer on, whatever you want to call it. Get that seated against the blade. Take our nut, don't drop it down in the machine, and get that threaded back on loosely. Alrighty. Get it lined back up for our arbor wrench and our other one. Now you don't want to go crazy with this. You just want it snug. The tighter it is, the harder it is to get off the next time you want to use a saw. So that's about good. It's not crazy, but it's tight enough for it to not come off. That's the big thing. You don't want it to come off. So before I install the throat plate back on, I'm going to go ahead and move this box and the old blade out the way. This is a really nice gadget to have for table saws or really any other shop equipment like a chop saw or anything else. It's a Wixie digital angle gauge. Has two buttons on it, on and off, 0, and hold the angle. So to cut it on, we're just going to press the button once. As you can see, it pops on. We're going to take this and stick it down to the table beside our blade. And I will unclip y'all from the tripod. And by tripod, I mean stick with a holder for a phone on the end of it that I made. So you can see right now, because we haven't zeroed it out, I'm going to go ahead and hit the 0 button. Alright, it is now zeroed out, and we're going to take the blade and just confirm whether it's at a true 90 or not. And we are not. We're at an 89.8 degree angle. So I'm going to loosen up that one, and we're going to give it a little bit of an adjustment. That may be a little too much. We're at 90.4. Try to inch it back into a true 90. 90.3. 92. Or 0.2, I mean. 90.1. And a little bit more. Little bit more. And a little bit more. Gets us to a true 90-degree angle. So we're going to lock our bevel down. We're going to take our gauge off. To cut it off, you just hold the button and it cuts off. So now we will adjust the tripod, the fancy stick with a phone holder. We will adjust the camera back down. Take our throat plate. So I can get it lined up. Install it back on. And let me get a stool over here to set y'all on. Whoop. And we will go ahead and adjust the blade height back down underneath the table. Trust me, that little bit of squeaking is a lot better than it used to be. It used to sound like a banshee screaming in the night. So, that is how you replace a table saw blade on most 10-inch table saws. This one specifically is a Delta not contractor saw. Goodness gracious. It's a Delta cabinet saw. It's loosely based off the Unisaw. It's scaled down in horsepower. It's not a 3 or a 5 horse. This is a 1 3/4 horse, so it's in line with your contractor and entry grade table saws. However, it is an actual cabinet saw. So I hope this helped. I'll do another video sometime on the different types of blades and what they're best used for. And I'll also make one on these throat plates, because as you can tell, this one is getting really chewed up right here. It's just because I've made a poor choice in what I made it out of, but it's made out of scrap and it works for now. It's been broken and glued back together several times, so it's time for a new one. So if y'all liked the video, thought it was helpful, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.